Hello, welcome to this video of Tomb Raider 2 Glitchless tutorial. Today is gonna be about living water. Really hard level, you're gonna have some practice to do. And yeah, let's go. We're gonna figure that out. There will be some things to do, some things to not do. I will explain when we come to this. So, first it's really easy. You just swim to the left and you pull that lever. Nothing complicated so far. And do you're gonna exit the water here. You can get quick exit. I'm gonna try to get it like this. So as you could see, I get out of the water really quick. But if you are a beginner and you should start, something like this is more likely to happen. So as you can see, this is just like not even half a second faster. I'm just mentioning because I'm just mentioning. Anyway, so you get out of the water and there's going to be a slight difference between the two routes. So the easy route will kill the next guy coming with the auto pistols and take his med. So this is the easy beginner route. On the hard route, it will depend if you're good on med or bad on med. If you feel like you're lower on med than expected, you will kill that guy and take his med with the auto like the easy route. And if you're good on med, you can try to skip that guy. So it saves a couple of bullets that you might need in balcony. So this is really as your choice to make. So you either use the extra auto ammo that you should have along the way here to get a med, or you want to keep those ammo and save it in case balcony roof fights goes wrong. So this is really your choice, because if you there is basically no backup if you run out of auto in balcony. I think maybe you can use Uzi, I'm not sure. Anyway, look at the spreadsheet. If you have Uzi, maybe switch here and use auto here, but this is really as you feel. Anyway, so if you are going to kill that guy, if you're going to not kill that guy, you just do this. Pretty easy. You run around him and you keep going. And if you want to kill him, you just get out your auto here, do one jump and kill him like this. Just like this. So as you can see, this is really fast if you're doing right. So how do you do right? So you draw your guns, you turn. You're gonna, when you emerge from the water, you don't want to emerge here. Because if you emerge here, to get the right sequence, you're gonna have to wait Lara to get on the step here to start jumping, and you will lose some time. So you want to emerge close to the left. You turn with the guns, and you do a jump here. And when you're landing, you start shooting. It's when you land your first jump. So you jump, you land, you start to shoot with the auto, obviously. And then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Oops, unlucky, she missed a shot. But if she doesn't miss a shot, that will happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Well, you should stay up. And you should just be able to press forward once and take the med. So if you want to be sure to make it, you can go a bit right and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. What are you doing, Laura? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this, and you get it. So it might depend. Sometimes she will miss a shot, so the guy will push you and you will get here. So we'll have to just climb quickly and get the med. Sometimes she won't miss a shot and it will be good, so it will only depend on that. Anyway, you pick up the med, and you just roll here, do a curve jump here, another jump curve here, and you're gonna do this sequence. You're gonna curve right and jump here. This might look really easy, but you might have trouble when you start. For example, if you do like this, that will happen because the hitboxes of these wheels or whatever it is are really big and weird. And if you just step back and try to do another jump, it won't work. So you have to be really careful, jumping back 3 times if you miss, and etc. So if you fall here, this is really time loss consuming. But what you wanna do is you wanna jump in the corner here almost. If you jump on the corner here, the hitboxes are more merciful, I feel like. If you jump in front of it, like this, you really need to jump at the right spot to get it. But if you jump on the sides, those hitbox will kind of push you left and right, and it will be easier like this, as you can see. And also, if you jump too early, as what just happened, you can roll off the edge of a slope. So this is really easier like this. If you go for it. If you can't make it like this, and if you're stumbling too too often here, what you can do is you can simply do this. You can keep going, add another jump and jump here. So this looks like the same spot, but the sequence is better because if you use the sequence, you will arrive here and you will have to curve like this and do the jump, and this is obviously harder than if you prepare yourself doing a second jump and take a bit curve and jump forward. So this is the two sequence possible. This one is a bit easier for beginners if you can't do the first one, but you lose 1 second doing this one. So this one is 1 second faster because you, or even two maybe, because you jump one more time and you delay a bit with a curve. So this is what you have to know. And if you really can't do it, what you can do is you start from here with a med or whatever. You do a roll here, you jump once, and if you're on the step, you jump here. And because you're on the step, this jump is trivial, sorry. So you just climb down the step and you jump. Climb up the step, sorry, and you jump. And you'll be able to make it like this. It's the same, it's slightly slower than what I showed, but this is the easiest, I think, of the three. Anyway, you keep going. You delay slightly, you jump here, because if you don't delay slightly, if you come from my the hard thing, you will jump too close and you will stumble like this. So you need to delay by just half of a jump, half of a step, or something like that. And anyway, you will land here and keep going. And then you want to jump here, and you have a couple of choice here again. So you can either do the hard and quick thing like this, or to land you can just roughly go here, but you have to know that you will spawn direct, that the guys spawning are here. So this is the next style. So when you drop down, you don't want to drop down like this, because you will spawn those guys and you will be stumbling and it won't be good. So if you want the easy but slow way, you just stumble here, roll, and keep going. But the other spot is just to jump here, oops, well, whatever. You curve here to be able to keep running and keep jumping. So this is, you had a jump here, you curve here. Save is not good, but whatever. So you want to jump here, curving here. You want to touch the wall, kinda, because if you kinda want to touch the wall, oops, like this. You want to kind of touch a wall like this. Well, I didn't here, but jump here, kind of touch a wall like this, and you go diagonally. If you don't go diagonally, if you go to line up with this, with the line, that will happen. You won't be able to touch and roll off the edge. So that will happen. So you just curve here diagonally, and you roll, and if you get it right, you won't stumble or do anything like this. Or you can keep going like this. You grab here, you turn, and you roll. This is slightly slower, but this is way easier. So you just go here, grab, and roll, and you keep going. So whatever you do, you have 3 choices for doing the next room. And this will be probably the most important choices you will do in this level. So there is the very hard one. Oops, whatever, which is this one, that I'm gonna try to do. because I fucked up the sequence at the start. Anyway, so this is this. Ah, I can't do it. Come on. Anyway, see if I do this, it will be easier. Okay, here we go. So this is the sequence you want. And this is the hardest one. This is the fastest one. Well, there is one faster, but it's completely stupid. But this is the fastest method for RTA. But this is the most dangerous one. And as you can see, you can recover a bit taking your time, but you can't take your time too much because those two guys are coming. I'm going to do it one more time so you can see it. And then I'm going to explain it like this. So how does that work? So you do the thing, blah, blah, blah. You roll, you do one running jump here. And I'm going to save here to explain. You're trying to cut the corner, you can free step on your jump. You do a standing jump, and this is the first part. So 1, 2, 3, jump. You do another standing jump, and you start curving in the air. So again, 1, 2, 3, standing jump. Why do I count 3? Because when I used to practice this jump, trying to YOLO it this way, I realized that the RNG was of a shotgun guy that I jump around on him is slightly different every time. And I realized that when I was doing 3 steps before the first jump, RNG was always the same and always the good one. Even if there is slight changes in his RNG, it's not exactly the same, it always works. You always jump on him. It doesn't block you, and you always have the same sequence, and it doesn't block you, pushing you in the barrels falling and etc. So this is why I do that. So 1, 2, 3, standing jump here, start to curve in the air, and you're gonna keep curving, and you're gonna count 4 step and jump. And if you count 4 step and jump with curving, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you will get here because I saved, so it's a bit fucked, but 1, 2, 3, jump here, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. You will jump here, which is a good position to do a standing jump and keep going. So 1, 2, 3, standing jump here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, my angle was bad, so if you see your angle is bad, you're facing too much left. What you can do is you can stop quickly, turn a bit, and do the standing jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I'm too close. Oh, but it still works, okay. So here I'm too close, I was losing health, but I wasn't on fire. So again, 1, 2, 3. Standing jump here. You don't want to face right too early. You kind of want... Give me a second. So there is this line. If you can see it. Give me a second. So there is this line here. This line of block. You want to line up to it. When you do the first standing jump before counting 4 step, you almost want to line up to it, and then when you are in the air, you start curving. When you start being in the air, you start curving. And because if you are aiming too much to the right yet, that will happen. So you will go too far already because you are already facing right. So this is important. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you will land here. I won't say every time, but you will land here a majority of the time when you start. Like this, and you do standing jump on here. So this is important that you try to stay against this wall. Give me a second. Oops. This is important that you stay against this wall here when you do the standing jump. Because if you don't, there is much higher chance that you will get sand on fire. And if you're sand on fire, there is no way back. The water is too far. This is rip. So 1, 2, 3, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you do a standing jump. It doesn't matter if you're jumping. I'm going to show you. It doesn't matter if you're jumping from up there or from down there. It doesn't matter at all because you're closer here, but you're lower. And the fact that you jump here, it doesn't matter. That's why I choose this angle. It's because it doesn't matter if you jump here with a running jump, obviously, or here. So you have some kind of this is lenient. That's what I mean. So you can slightly miss the curving, starting curving, and etc. But you will still have a chance to recover it if you do that. So this is why I choose that angle, because if you fail it, you can recover it slightly and land right here. And if you land right here, then it's good. So one last time. 1, 2, 3, standing jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. You land here, you do standing jumps, stay against the wall, and keep going. So this is the YOLO way. So this is the only information I can give that will help you make it the YOLO way. And it's already 5 minutes, so it's long enough. But this is the hardest way and the YOLO way. So you have to practice if you want to do this one. Okay, so then the other two solutions are to kill the guys. So if you can't do the hard part, you will have to kill the guys or they will annoy you. Like, this is for sure. I'm gonna show quickly our strats, which will put you in the same situation as the YOLO way, but this is not something I would recommend. So let's just try. Oops, this is not, whatever. Let's take this one, whatever. So you roll here, you do a running jump, you do the same thing, you jump here, go until this block, and you try to jump the same position as the YOLO way. I saw some people do that. I never tried myself because I find it really hard because the RNG is always different. Like this. So as you can see, the RNG can be really annoying, but that's basically how it is. So how it's done is, so you drop down, whatever, you roll. You don't have to delay your jump here. Do a standing jump, delay slightly, you roll, take 3 or 2 steps, and do a jump here. So this is basically the same thing. You try to to be in the same situation as a YOLO, except you don't curve because it's hard. So I'm showing it quickly because I don't find it really good. I mean, for me, this part, you either YOLO or you kill the guys. Those are the two best solutions. So, the easy way is really easy. So, what you want to do is you want to kill those guys. But because it's not written in the spreadsheet, either in the beginner or hard route, you will have to find backup ammo, sorry. So to find backup ammo is pretty easy. What you do is you go here, whatever, you kill this guy, you kill that guy, and you take that guy ammo, the green guy ammo, and he will drop you auto pistols ammo 40, and because there is 3 guys here, it will take you 42 shots to kill those 3 guys. So this is exactly the ammo you will use in this room. This is exactly the ammo you get back. So if you kill those guys in the roads, this is not even shit. So if you kill those guys, pick up those guy ammo, and then kill that guy, and do the easy way. So what is the easy way? Um, there are two easy way. Give me a second. Are there two easy way? No, there are one easy easy way. Sorry. So the easy way is this one. So you go here, side step until you are against the left fire thing, and then you want to climb. And if you can climb, for example, like this, oh well, sometimes Lara might not want to climb, and if so, you just slightly tap right, and she will be able to climb. So you climb here, and you won't be set on fire. Don't press anything because if you do, that will happen, and you will be set on fire, and you don't want that. And then turn slightly here, so Lara don't hit herself against the wall in front of her when you will jump forward. And you just do a standing jump, and you hold the right. And you hold right when you are mid-air. You don't want to hold right, obviously. Oh, damn it. Sorry, I think this is the... Sorry, my bad. I said the green guy. The green guy drop harpoon, so you don't really want that. This is the shotgun guy that you want for pickups. I just realized that. So, let's save here. So, you obviously don't want to start curving right when you jump because that will happen. And this can be annoying because then you will have to maybe sidestep doing things like that and you don't want that. So what you want is you want to just climb here, curve like this, do a standing jump, and hold right. If you don't hold right, that will happen. That will happen if you don't stick against the wall. So as you can see, it's pretty lean. I mean, it works if you are this angle. It works if you have an angle more to the left, like this. Maybe not like this. Okay, it still works. So as you can see, this is pretty lean, and you don't really need to be precise when you're aiming. So like this, you climb here, standing jump, and keep going. I saw some people do that. They do a walk jump here. This works. This is really easy. But what you have to know is there is a chance, not a big chance, but there is a chance that the walk, run, jump broke. So I didn't say that yet, but when you do that jump, what we call the walk, run, jump, you just walk and you do a jump, like in diving area, there is a chance that that will happen. That she will keep running and delay her jump after she runs. Like this. And there is a difference, and that's called breaking the walk run. Because what's happening is Lara don't want to jump when you're walking, basically. That's what it is. And we don't really know where it's come from. It happens when you roll and when you do certain animation, but it's not really. We don't have any cue to say that Lara is broken when you are playing. There is no clue. There is no Lara feats or whatever. So you can't know if she's broken or not. So you want to limit it, those walk run as much as you can when there is danger. Because for example here, if that happens, if it's broken, that will happen like this. Something like this will happen, obviously, every time. So you can take the risk. It's pretty easy, but because there is this easy strat I just showed you, I recommend to not do the walk run jump here. But this is something you have to know. If you try a walk run jump and for some reason you didn't jump and you press jump, it's because it was broken. And if and what you have to know also is that if your thing that you're saving will change that, it won't. For example, if you're climbing, you save, you get your save, and you fail, and you realize that it's broken like this, and you reload. the state will stay the same. So it means that the walk, run, jump will still be broken. So if you save and you in a position like this, you can't recover it. So what you have to do to unbreak Lara is pretty simple. You reload your save and you jump somewhere, do a running jump somewhere, and it will unbreak Lara. And you will be able to do a walk run again. This is the only way to fix her. So this is just something that designer mentioned. Alright, so it's already 25 minutes, so I'm gonna try to hurry up for the rest, because the rest is a bit easier. So you do this, or whatever jump, whatever strat you want, and you keep going, and you climb here. If you climb left enough, you can just curve like this, and if you grab, you won't get stumble here. You will get a stumble if you don't grab. And you just jump here, turn here, prepare a flare because you're gonna need it. Pull that lever, jump on top of this hole because if you don't, you're gonna have to do the fire room again. Pull that lever, do a backflip, undo a flare cancel, and do a running jump. So this is simple, so I'm not gonna enter into details. You have two ways doing the next part. You either do a running jump and land here, and then you climb here. So I will show you in details after. Or you can do this, which is half seconds or a bit more faster. So how do you do that? It's pretty simple. So the first one is simple. You just jump, climb here. So you want to be a bit on the right. So for example, you want to land here and climb here. And then you do 1, 2, 3 curving, and you grab and you get it. If you jump too late, that will happen. If you do a running jump and jump too late, that will happen. So you have to be careful about that. And if you want to be sure to make the jump, what you can just do is you go here, press the walk button here, and do a standing jump here, and you're good. And the other method is advanced. It's a bit harder. So after the first running jump, you're going to count 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump here at the left and curve at the right. And you don't want to press forward while you're in the air because that will happen if you do. Just curve here. Oops, and if you press forward, that will happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump here. And then you do it again. So then you have the choice between doing the same thing. You can just land here and do it directly, or just walk to the edge and do a standing jump. So one thing you need to know is if you don't press forward, that will happen. You will get a small stumble. Well, this is exactly what I was talking about. So the walk, run, jump is broken, as you can see. Okay, no, not anymore because I ran a bit. But it was broken. Okay, so if you don't press forward, that will happen. You will get a small stumble and then you will have to keep going. But you can turn while getting that stumble. How do you do that? You just press walk when you're landing. If you press walk while you're landing, you will be able to turn when you have a stumble. So anyway, whatever you do, you keep going. And you're going to do something. You're going to do a curve jump here, because if you don't curve your jump, that will happen. But you can just do a running jump and curve slightly, and you will make it to the top. And then you roll off the edge, because if you don't roll off the edge, what can happen is you can get a stumble like this, or you can even fall if you're doing wrong. So you want to roll off the edge here. Do another running jump, another running jump, and you're going to use your autos to kill that guy here. And if you haven't picked up or forgotten to pick up the ammo in the fire room, there is pickup here. But you're not supposed to take it on the road. Both roads kill that guy with autos, and both roads don't pick those ammo. Oops, sorry. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push that block while the game is lagging. Hopefully it stops after I push the block. So you push it 3 times, and then you're gonna push another one, so it's pretty boring. I don't know why it's lagging right now, but whatever. So you go this one, you push it 2. So you have 2 way of doing the next part. You can even do um, a side flip like this, and you will, depending on your position to the block, you will either get like I just did, and you can just roll like this, and you can keep going. Or what you can get is you can get a stumble. Maybe I can get it. No, that can happen if you're too much left, and you will get a stumble if you're not positioned right. So it really depends on your position, if you're more left or more right. And if you push that block from this side, from the right side, what you can do is you can get a quick stumbleless landing. So you can do is you just turn like this, and then you're gonna jump to the low ceiling, and you're gonna jump diagonally to this block here. So it will look like this. So this is really advanced. It's say like 1 second max, and if you lose it, if you fail it, it's either 5 seconds or even a minute or more. Because if you fall in the hole like here, I just show you. If you fall in this hole, you're here. And if you're here, you're gonna have to climb all that again. So you don't want that. So this is for more advanced players. So you go diagonally here and try to get that, and you pull that lever. Or the easy way is just sidestep, roll and take the stumble, and go here and pull the lever. And then you can either just take your gun and go here again, climbing here, or just slightly fastest way. When you pull that lever, you turn here, do a back twist, and curve here, good, and you climb. It doesn't change anything. Alright, so I'm sorry I had to fix the lagging issue, I hope it's gone. So, you're supposed to be here, so right after pulling that lever again and turning here, doing a back twist and running here, you should be around here, and you want to do a back twist again, and you want to curve and go there. But there is oops, sorry, there's something you need to know, is that if you curve instantly, there is a chance that you might fall. So when you are climbing up, you want to do a back twist, and then only when camera is switching you want to turn to be sure you don't fall. It never happened to me, but I heard some people add that issue. So if you just want to be safe, just turn when the camera changes and do it. And then you do running jumps to there. If you can, you can add an extra running jump here, like this. But this is relatively tricky. So you need to climb on the right. It won't work if you climb here, for example. You need to land something like here, or a bit more left, or a bit more right, it doesn't really matter. And you just want to curve here and add running jumps. And you want to land here, and you want to bounce to this wall. Why do you want that? It's because if you cut the corner like this, you won't be able to make it. So here I made it because obviously I changed the sequence, but if you do a tunnel jump here, it's not good either, but whatever. So if you cut corners like this, you can see that you might still make it, but that can happen, for example, and if that happens, this is rip run. So you will get a stumble or this if you cut the corners, and you don't want to cut the corners here because you won't be able to make the extra jump. So you just want to do jumps, and you want to bounce against that wall, and here it's pretty easy because my sequence changed because of the first jump. As you can see, the first jump was a bit weird, so that's why. But if everything is right, like this, so that happened, and it changes the sequence. But if you Oh my god. Please. Need to show proper way. So like this. If you do a tunnel jump, you can still recover by doing those things here. You just curve and go right and left, and you can still make it like this. But if you don't do tunnel jump, it will be fine. Like this. So you just curve a bit. You don't cut the corner, and here you want to bounce against the wall. So, oops, so it just is totally missed, but yeah. You want to bounce against the wall, and then not cutting the corner exactly, but what you want to do is you want to bounce here, and if you want, you can bounce again to be sure you make it. But anyway, this is just technical things to add a running jump. You will see when you practice how it's made, if you can, from which point you can do a running jumps and be safe and etc. From which point you can do a running jump and not stumble like this and etc. So it doesn't really matter. Anyway, what you want to do then to make the jump to that piston is really simple. You want to jump from here or after. It's better to jump from here or here. Further, you will have trouble to get the next sequence, so you have to stop probably. Let's see. I never tried actually. So yeah. So if you go too far, that will happen. So you have to stop at some point and step back and etc. It will be slower. So be careful about that. But from the mark I showed you, it will get you a perfect sequence. So here, let's try that. Let's save for it. So, like I showed you, if you jump from here, you will get a stumble because it was before the mark I showed you. So here it's good. And you do that sequence, not that sequence, sorry. And you do that sequence, which is really easy. So this is the YOLO way of getting to the lever. And this looks super tricky, but trust me, it's not. And if you can't do it, there is easy way anyway. So the sequence is really easy. So you jump from where I showed you. You jump instantly, curving a bit, because if you don't curve, same thing as previously, you might get a stumble here. And then you go forward and you're gonna do a roll like the other way, because if you don't do a roll, you might get this stumble, and you don't want that. And if you roll, you will be able to keep running. So you do a roll, and what's happening is you want to land on the last pistons here. You want to land here. You don't want to land to the right of the pistons. Well, this right, I mean. Because if you do, this is going to be really hard to curve like this. You can still make it with a late jump, but this is really way harder. So what you want to do is simple. You want to roll here, appear here, 1, 2, 3, curve, and do here. So let's enter into more detail about that jump a bit. It's not too hard, so I'm not gonna pass 1,000 years on it. So you just roll, you do here, and when you land, you start curving right, and you count 3 steps. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Well, it didn't work. But basically, what you want to do. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. And here, my jump was bad, but I managed to recover it with a late grab. 1, 2, 3. So you want to aim at the corner of it if you want to make it sure that you make it. So you want to aim at the corner of the pistons like this. 1, 2, 3, and you make it. So you roll, you start curving, and once you see you have the angle to the corner, you stop curving right, and you curve right again when you start jumping. So this is basically how it works. Oops. 1, 2, 3. And you're doing it. So this is the YOLO way. If you can't get it, don't worry, there is easy way. You just, really easy, you just stop here, I'm here, step back, and do a running jump, and you're good. The only thing you want to avoid is just to do this, is just to hit this low ceiling here. I didn't do it, but oops, that's not what I wanted. Whatever. What you want to avoid is hitting that low ceiling here. If you hit it, it's over. You can't make a jump. So that's the only thing you want to be careful with. Whatever. And then you pull that lever, and you're ready to do a sequence. So you're supposed to do the sequence while the cinematic is running, but I'm gonna delete it, so I'm gonna wait so you can see. So how do you do that? It's simple. You step back once, put a flare, undo a back twist, roll immediately, and flare cancel. Super easy. Step back, pull a flare, back flip, roll, and keep going. So nothing else to say. This is pretty easy. Some people, you can do this. For example, you can step back and do this. I think this is a bit slower, but this is... If you don't trust your back step, you can just do that. But this one is a bit more efficient, I think. Alright, so you keep going like this. You go in the water, you're gonna pull a lever. This part will not be interesting. Don't pick up a harpoon, obviously. And just keep going. One thing you want to know for this water part is just if you fucked up with a door, if you're too close to the door like this, and you keep going, you will be sure to be hit by this scuba dive. But if you do a perfect trajectory like this, going to the right and directly going down, as you can see, you will avoid those harpoons. So you just don't want to be on the left of a door, or that will happen. And you will get it. So this is just it. Alright, so let's keep going. Go to the right, go down. And avoid that big hill. You just need to swim forward and it will work. And then it's pretty simple. Pull the lever, roll. Skip that cutscene if you want. Roll and swim up like this. And you will avoid the hill. Super easy. Then you want to go here and climb to the right because you're going to the right. And then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, do a roll, jump, and immediately do a standing jump here. Pretty simple, just doing one more time. 1, 2, 3, roll, and climb here. So there is a really hard thing to come. You don't have to do it. This says 1 second roughly, if you do it good. But if you fail it, it's like 10 seconds time loss at least. So this is really for advanced player. I'm not even sure I'm planning on doing that in the run, but I'm mentioning it because it's possible and it can be used in RTA. So this is the way you will do it normally. So this is really simple. And there is this way. Okay, I missed it. So as you can see, this is pretty hard. Once you get the thing, it's actually not that hard, but if you hit the ceiling, basically you can't make it if you hit the ceiling too soon. Oh, damn it. So sorry about that. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Okay, I know what I was doing wrong actually. Okay. So you need to just aim here. Oh. You also need to get kind of a man if you want to have more chances, but it's pretty hard. Okay, I think I'm gonna replace because if you're climbing from here, I think it's easier. So if you climb from here, do this. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Okay, that's why. So I'm sorry about that. So you want to climb here. You want to climb here. And once you climb here, you want to turn quickly here and do one jump here and you will make it. Okay, that's how it works. So you just turn once quickly, do a standing jump, and immediately jump curving to the right, and you can even make it without a stumble, but it's a bit harder. So you just jump this direction, and mid-air, when you know you won't hit the ceiling, because if you just go forward, you will hit this ceiling, like this, and you won't make it. So you need to avoid that low ceiling, so Lara is in air more time than she should. And then she can only make the jump. So this is how it works. Just take that angle, and you curve mid-air. So here it didn't work because I hit the ceiling because I curved right too late. Too early, sorry. So like this. So as you can see, you just aim to the left here and come back to the right. So here it's oh, I thought it wouldn't work because I curved too much left, but it still worked. So as you can see, just curve here and you will make it. Sometimes you will make it with stumbles, then you will make it without stumble, it depends. So this is just what I wanted to show you. So you just aim here, curve right, and you can make it. But you need a specific spot. It's not too precise position to climb, but it really helps climbing here because it makes it way easier, as you can see. So anyway, that's it. It's really for really advanced persons. So anyway, you go here and you keep going, and you're gonna pull out a flare because you might need one. And if you don't, you're gonna have to delay it because you're gonna use one later anyway. So that's what you want to do. Well, there is a couple of ways of doing it. So that's what you want to do. And sometimes, if you're lucky or really good, I don't really know, you can just do something like you can roll off the edge here, like this. Well, not like this, but you can roll off this slope edge, and you won't need to use a flare. So I'm not gonna try I'm gonna try it 2 times again to see if I can get it, but if I can't get it, it doesn't really matter. Ah, that's close. That's very close, actually. Yeah, like this. So, for example, here I didn't need a flare. And if you don't need a flare, you want to keep going, and you're going to use the flare later. So you need to be prepared if you're doing that strat that you might not need the flare. But generally, a lot of time, you will just need to use the flare like this. And just keep going. There is another strat, which is easier. You just go here, slide down, do a standing jump, another standing jump, and turn and keep going. So it's a bit slower, but it's way easier. So choose the one you want. You just go here, slow down, standing jump, another standing jump, and you go here. Or again, one last time, you curve here. Oops, well, I didn't do. So you go here, and you go here. And as you can see, I wasn't ready, so my flare was useless, but it doesn't matter. So whatever you do, you will get in the same kind of situation in terms of sequence, where you will get here. And you have two choices. You can either try to do that jump, or you can just jump in the water and go manually. Like this, for example. If you really can't do that jump, that is faster than trying the jump. So don't worry. So how do you do that jump? It's pretty simple. You can stop for it. It will be still faster than going in the water. So yeah. But basically, you just want to go to take that line, basically. Like this. And curve once you reach the corner. So if you stop, you take that line roughly. And turn after you get the corner. And you make it. Oops. So here I was too close to the... Because the thing is, Lara has kind of delay. You can't jump immediately. You need to wait half of a step or something. And because of a half a step, if you take that angle, you won't have a chance to jump. Because the delay will be too long. So you want an angle that gives you enough time to jump like this. And obviously you can do it this way, but for me it's harder because the fact there is a small step here really help, because you just take the line, you can jump immediately and it works. So here it didn't work because I'm bad, but whatever. So you stop here, take that line and curve, and you're good. And you can do it running, but this is just a bit more practice. So here. So you can see I'm really bad if I don't take that line. I usually don't stop, but because I saved, I'm a bit disturbed, I'm not gonna lie. So if you want to YOLO it, it's exactly the same thing. You just take the line more quicker, and it should be okay. Like this. So you just take the line quicker, and this is exactly the same line. But if you stop, if you know how to do it with stopping, just do it, because this is way faster than doing that, for example. Because here you will wave, you will have to climb an extra, so if you know to do it stopping, do it. Anyway, if you keep going here, and you're gonna just keep running until you go to the collapsing tile here, just bump against the wall. It doesn't matter if you bump or not, you will have time before the collapsing tile fall. But you go completely against the wall, like this. You turn, and you jump on that slope, and you jump here to grab. So you want to grab the more right, as far right as possible, like this. You want to go right when you are in the air, because you are going to the right then, so it might save a shimmy. So just go here against the wall, step back, backflip, sorry. I'm so sorry. So backflip, and you will make it. And if something like that happens, for example, like you don't aim at the slope right, or you don't have time for whatever reason, or you fall here, no panic, you just go in that corner, go diagonally. Well, you can change your camera first. You can change your camera. Oops. Well. Okay, that is a bad camera. How do you change that camera? Okay, never mind, you can't. Okay. Whatever. So you go here, you jump diagonally, and you go here, and you jump on the slope again, and you do here. So this is basically it for this. This is relatively easy, so it should be fine. And if you miss it, the recovery is still easy. So that's it. And then you climb, you can start climbing from here. And then you're gonna pull another flare if you don't have one already, and you're gonna do a flare cancel here. Pretty easy. You're gonna prepare your auto pistols. If you're lucky, that guy won't shoot you, but if you're not lucky, he will shoot you twice. So it's completely up to RNG. So it's completely up to RNG if you take a med or not in the end of a level. And then you start shooting that guy. So you want to jump on that block, and this looks really trivial, whatever, but it's not, because if you jump too early, that will happen, and if you jump too late, that will happen. So you want to jump at the right time. And when is the right time? It's easy. It's when Lara starts to be in the square, in the last square. So in this square here. When Lara starts to run to that square, kill this guy. So if you jump before that, oh, that still works here. But if you jump, oh damn, well, whatever. If you jump earlier than that, like this, you will get kind of stumble here, or you won't even make it to above the fence. And if you jumped too late, that will happen. So you just want to jump when Lara enters this block here. Up, and you will land on the block automatically, and you'll be able to keep running. So this is super easy once you practice it, as you can see. And while you're doing that, if you feel like you have enough skill or whatever, you can just draw your guns and kill that guy. shotgun. With auto pistols. And if you don't think you can do it, no panic. Just jump, and then you kill him like this. You basically only lose a jump, so 1 or 2 seconds, so it's fine. So as you can see here, I jumped too early. But as long as you are in the square, that will do it. Okay, so now the final jump. So probably one of the reason people are watching this video only. So that jump. So let's kill that guy first. So that jump should look like this. So this is the jump you want to do. But it's harder than it looks. Even though it's actually really harder. So if you want to do it without killing those guys, well, I fucked up the sequence. You want to have proper lines to line up your jumps and make it way easier. Like this, for example. So I have visual points. I'm going to show you those. So what I do is, for example, here I won't be able to jump. Yeah. So I would have to stop and then step back. So I'm going to show you how to YOLO, and then I'm going to show you the setup. So if you want to YOLO it, it's pretty simple. Well, it's pretty simple in theory. You want to jump, you want to start your last jump before the final jump here. You want to start here. So this jump is going to be really important because it will decide if you need to delay or not your jump. So you want to jump from around this. If you jump before, you're going to need absolutely to delay your jump. And for example, if you jump, I'm going to save, get another save. Oops, I mean, obviously, this is the worst camera. So if you jump from here, for example, you will need to delay a lot your jump. Like this. It's not even enough. You need to delay by 1.5 steps, so... God damn it. So here it's super early, so I need to delay by 2 jumps to make it, and I don't even make it. So as you can see, you really need to... If you want a perfect jump, you really need to jump right when this black square texture starts. And if you jump exactly where it starts, you will need to delay just slightly. And if you jump from here, you will be in the perfect spot to just keep pressing jump. Obviously, there are some variations, like if you jump from here, because you need to jump diagonally and you're more to the left of the square, you will have to delay even though you are in the square. As you can see, if I jump here, it might work. No, okay, so I wasn't far enough because I need to jump diagonally and I start from the left. So because the distance is more important, my visual points need to be a bit further. So this might sound really complicated, but I swear it's really easy. So you want to jump from here. If you jump before, you need to delay, and the further you are, the more you need to delay. And if you jump after this, you will need to stop and step back because you won't be able to jump if you do that. And if you are on the more left you are on the square when you jump, the further you will have to get your visual points. So for example, if I jump from here, I will have to start delaying from this point and not this point. So this is basically how it works. There is no sorcery about this, no magical stuff for me. It's just feeling and getting it. So let's show you a couple of times. So for example, here it's perfect. And also, I also forgot to mention for this jump, but you need to delay your grab. You need to get a late grab like this, and you also want to aim, of course, at the left of a square because that's the closer. If you aim at here, it will never work, obviously. So here it should be perfect, but it won't work because you also need. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. You also need to aim at the corner when you jump. When you do your jump, you want to aim at this corner here and make the jump because this is the closer to where you want to go. And if you have looked carefully, last time I jumped from here, so it wasn't enough. So it has some lenience, but it's still precise. So here I'm too far, so I'm gonna have to delay, and I didn't delay enough. So you need to delay by less than a step. So here I need to delay by a step, roughly. And I didn't grab it late enough. Oops. So here it might be perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. So here I will need to delay by. I would need to delay, but I didn't. I delayed too much, but I had to delay. So this is just. You just need to know if you need to delay or not. Basically, this is just how it works. Because I never seen people having a perfect spot for it, like a sequence from where to start where you just do the same things over and over because it's always different because you have a curving, because you have enemies and etc. So you need to kind of always get visuals and not just doing the same thing. So here I need to delay roughly. Yeah. Okay. So this is basically just it. I hope you got it if you want to do it YOLO way, but sorry, I'm not. Okay, yeah. I delayed good. I jump a bit from the left, but because my M-man was really good, it went okay. So for people YOLO wanting to YOLO, if you want to YOLO, it means that you're surely a really good player because this is advanced strat to YOLO. So you should be able to know the visual I use and see them really well and know when to delay and etc. So I'm just showing you a couple of examples and then you just need to apply them and practice obviously. So here I need to delay. Oops, didn't delay enough. Whatever, that's what you need if you want to YOLO, and obviously you need to do it with enemies. So you need to also check your health because those guys can this guy can shoot you really badly. So this is really a mess to do. That's why it's really for advanced player because you also want to check your health because that guy can destroy you. So as you can see, if I focus, it's actually not easy, but it's way more consistent than if I talk. Like, for example, yeah, I'm talking and it doesn't work. But if I just don't say anything and focus a bit... Ah, well, wrong example, but it works way better. As you can see. So this is just a matter of focusing on where and when to jump and grab. So here, yeah, it was way more. And if you use the setup, you're gonna have to kill those guys anyway. So it's either you YOLO, you can save obviously before the jumps. What I do generally is I jump here, and when I jump like this, I see my reference point. So here I know I have to delay. I save on a safe spot, whatever it is, and I try. And if it works, it's good, like this. And if, for example, I jump too early or whatever, like this, I know I'll have to delay more or go much more right. So I do I just recover it like this and do it again, and it's going fine. So it should take you maximum 3 attempts. And I think it's still faster than doing the setup. Because to do the setup, you need to kill everyone. So, if you want to kill everyone, you just use your autos. And then I'm going to show you the setup. So the setup is pretty simple. You go to the corner, okay? You get that position. So basically you want that thing being between Lara's leg. And then you just step back and you can do 2 jumps if you want. One is enough. One plus late grab is enough. But if you just want to grab like this, you do 2 jump and you can just grab whenever you want. And if you want to do 1 jump only, you want to do the same thing, except you just do a late grab like this and it will work. So, oops, sorry. So, you can also do it just doing like this, stepping back, and delaying slightly your jump, and you can make it. So this is also another solution if you want to. This is really free to you if you can do it or not. If you hate late grab, for example, you can do the 2 jump. If you don't mind about late grab, you can do 1 jump. And if you're feeling free, you can just step back, slightly delaying your jump and late grab, and you're fine. So this is really up to you. Oops. So again, if you, for example, if you jump too late, like this, you stop. What you can do is you can just step back and try to do it yourself. And YOLO kinda. Or you can even do this, but you might lose some health, so let's say you jump too far. So you need to just do that, but that will happen. You will have a problem if you try that. If you try to do the setup with enemies, you will have trouble. So if you have trouble, you just like this. Oops, I'm gonna show you the right situation. So if you try to YOLO and you see that you're too far, you can just step back and try it still. It's way harder, but this is the only way if you jump too late. Because even curving will generally not be enough to recover. So that's pretty much it. So I hope that was useful, because that jump is really important in the run. And yeah, that's pretty much it for living quarter. Then you just jump and you're good. So you should be able to do that level with only 1 small if you use the hard road, and a large one if you use the easy road. And that's basically the only difference between the 2 roads, except the first guy that I mentioned, and even sometimes it's the same. So that's basically it. Next level will be the deck. Hope that helps, and see you next time.